continuity, congruity, acuity, facing scrutiny, raising mutiny, lucidly like a true gypsy. Kedrick the head trip, psychedelic epic, runic divination, therapeutic herb, mushrooms and roots. Induce this, intuitively influenced. Aesthetics of music, elusive, conducive to commemorative penmanship that's consecutive. Immaculate Om chant, astrological, philosophical like Immanuel Kant. Primordial, clairvoyant, I'm cognizant and benevolent. Embrace this and go scavenging with javelins. Shape shift into a makeshift spaceship. Traveling, rambling on to the Amazon's pantheon, where the feral, amiable animals and egalitarian heroines are jamming on Grateful Dead songs and recording electronic voice phenomenon. Classic, empathic, ecstatic, eclectic, eccentric, syncretic, authentic, poetic, aesthetic, telekinetic, telepathic. Sympathetic magic has conjured some pure ectoplasmic entity in this dead, heady tent city with its psychedelic hippies. Speak of equality and equity, we don't pray, we merely say blessed be, especially at the medicinal weed dispensary. We are defending peace with empathy, this be spiritual ecstasy. Everyone oppressed, every refugee gets our sympathy. Wizardry is giving me an epiphany apolitically. I exist to be instantly primitive and at peace. There has to be resistance to be free. Ingenuity, continuity, congruity, acuity, facing scrutiny, raising mutiny, lucidly like a true gypsy.
To govern means to control, therefore to oppress. Warfare tears apart our planet. Humans have not made progress. People were deprived of peaceful lives when they became civilized. Yet humans were healthy when primitive. Now they're inflicted with illnesses which mostly didn't exist. In prehistory, there was liberty, equality, and peace. Now this planet is war-torn, polluted, and diseased. Civilizations and states induce hate and instigate wars. They deprive people of being what they are, which they had been before. Humans only equal to other animals, yet governments have caused such evil as polluting the earth we all inhabit. Gatherers in small tribes in prehistoric times with healthy lives compared to being oppressed and terrorized. As we've all been for about 5,000 years, governments control people via making them hate and fear. Empire is weak, doomed to collapse. That reality is out of its grasp. It's instigating yet more wars to cause its own demise like suicide. People will be fed up and will react to resist the warmongering regime, no longer fooled by its schemes. It has brutalized this earth and its inhabitants, yet it can barely maintain its own terror campaigns. Its occupations and wars have exhausted it. Dismantle and abolish it. Kedrick to head trip. Cacti, Pterosaur.
So many protests, everyone is oppressed. Nobody has freedom at anyone else's expense. I must insist that civilization must cease to exist. I'm an anarcho-primitivist. We must resist empire and its many clients, they're all tyrants. My Xerxes-esque verses will burn down churches to murder perjurous neoconservatives for the disservice. They deserve it. Perdue correctly said, property is theft and influenced by Kunin. We need much more than a revolution. Progress is a myth. Technology inflicts pollution upon earth as persecution. Hence what Edward Abbey said was the industrial way of death. Civilization is self-destructive and meant to oppress. When ignoring the facts, some have resorted to an ad hominem, i.e. a personal attack. The appeal to hypocrisy is obviously a logical fallacy. To blame us for using technology will end civilization's clutches, as if blaming a cripple for using crutches. Anarcho-primitivism is what I believe in. There can't be freedom where there is authority, hierarchy, and other crimes of the civilized. I support nomadic forager tribes. I call for liberation, so abolish civilization. Authority and hierarchy have divided us and lied to us. We have been told that our rights were recognized and wouldn't be denied. Empire has tried to divide us of our skills that we needed to survive. The low-lives who hide behind a badge fabricate crimes to meet their quotas. They patrol us and enforce their war upon us. Empire and its apartheid has to end, and we need not let it slide ever again. We can easily resist them, and we will win. We outnumber and outwit the oppressors. We can do much more than merely demonstrate against them. They intend to arrest anyone who protests them, but we don't have to let them. If we had all been killed, then there'd be nobody when there's none of us oppressed, when there's none of us left. I told them I won't tolerate the laws and hate they have caused for so many years. I made myself clear they didn't hear because they had lard in their ears. Yet we are precisely what their empire should fear. Much like the Irish volunteers, we are undefeated. Those who profit from apartheid have repeated their lies, but that doesn't make them come true. We must liberate the earth, as that's what we are obligated to do. I call for liberation, so abolish civilization. The apologists' arguments they brought in were all straw men, thus prompting the protagonist's bombardment of arrows shot at lawmen. Authorities worldwide are horrified, mortified. Our transmogrified rebellion, well, they hide, fortified. 'Twas more than insurrection or revolution, defying dystopia so disastrous. Recline on a throne and pass around a bone and laugh, right back at those who laugh at us. Sent far out to inexplicable dimensions of realms again, in spotted hyenas' dens, under dissociative anesthesia in the fens, feeling the frequencies applicable when chakras are cleansed. Scandalous manuscripts were found where there were alleged terrorists in the well-kept depths of the underground. I refer to the purr as an ambient sound while tearing down civilizations as I awaken to break through. Kedrick the head trip, freak roaming the streets singing caudation dantation without providing any translation or even an explanation. Big flat feet steadily stomp upon the agents of civilization. I do the best I can to lend a helping hand whenever I can. Arcane, I question how long I'll remain before I head back to Summerland. I condemn the civilized disregard for innocent lives. Troglodyte, rebel with spears and bows and arrows and obsidian knives. I'll walk upstairs that used to be there. Maybe somebody will deduce enough to care. I'll walk through walls like they haven't been built yet, inexplicably as chill as can get. A pterodactyloid from an extragalactic planetoid had enjoyed elaborate escapades devoid of dystopian disasters to avoid. Anthropomorphic arthropods depicted with ambiguous distortions vaguely stylized. There were paleoarchaeologists who knew about the antlers on the gods who utilized fruit for youth to revitalize. with relentless temerity. I express solidarity, I have the emphasis and clarity. I'm an innovator, not an instigator. I'm a nature liberator against any discriminator. And I've been more than just a demonstrator. I pioneer being medicinal and high for years. So polarizing and divine and revered. I'll also despise and fear for being a broke rock star, just wise and weird. Not to digress from the point. Spoke up pregnant, second generation joy. I believe in anarcho-primitivism. I support brave cave women under the spell of the doubt left. That property is theft. I'm about to get improper and incorrect. Recollect an era when I had already rejected propaganda. I'm ahead of my time, I'm too eccentric to defy. I'm well read like many greats. I initiate resistance to state. Traditional obliterate goes to pillage and hate. I'll be correct like Edgar Casey. I'm the best, just wait. I'm condemning Bill Gates. I'm rebelling against states. I've been testing many presidents and presidential candidates. The heads of states segregate, and they spread pestilence and hate. They fester and decay. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I wake up in the morning, fold my hands and pray for rain. I got a head full of ideas that are driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Well, he hands you a nickel, he hands you a dime. He asks you with a grin if you're having a good time. Then he finds you every time you slam the door. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. He puts his cigar out in your face just for kicks. His bedroom window, it is made out of bricks. The National Guard stands around his door. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. She talks to all the servants about man and God and law. Everybody says she's the brains behind Pa. She's 68, but she says she's 54. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I try my best to be just like I am, but everybody wants you to be just like them. They say sing while you slave, and I just get bored. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.